because you were so dramatic about how Mr. Toozy had never done anything. Oh, and you cried. Hold on. You cried yourself a river in this courtroom, baby. You sat up and wasted everybody else's time.
No, I didn't waste nobody's time.
The result, you went straight into politician mode. Yep, everything's gonna be okay. Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Oh, that's fine.
You weren't surprised.
You want to talk about cheating? Talk about what you did.
If I had his phone, if I had a phone number.
You want to talk about cheating? Talk about what you had plenty of women's phone numbers. I found how many? How many have I found? Because you can't hide them out your pant pocket.
One.
In the paternity court drama, Health Hazard, we got Ms. Renfrow saying Mr. Toozy's the dad because their kid has a rare belly problem. Mr. Toozy's like, no way, that kid doesn't even look like me. They're slinging words and throwing shade until the judge delivers a jaw-dropping twist. Suddenly, it's all gasps and sass, turning this episode into a mystery ride of who's the daddy, and wait till you see this clip.
Kendall was born with a serious medical condition and believe it was genetically passed down by the defendant. And that's why today's paternity results are critical. Is that correct?
Yes, that just happened. So Ms. Renfrow kicks things off, claiming Mr. Toozy is totally the dad of her baby, who's got this rare health thing she thinks is from him. Mr. Toozy's like, nope, not me, and braces for a courtroom showdown. It's like the start of a wild ride where they're both digging in their heels for a battle over baby Kendall's daddy drama. Cue the dramatic music and let the paternity puzzle begin. Hang on, it gets wilder.
Your Honor, I seen him one time. I went over her house one time and that was it, and I realized the baby just don't look nowhere near like me.
So you admit that you have not stepped up to the plate for the baby because you truly don't believe this child is your child?
Yes, Your Honor.
Drama heats up, gloves off. Ms. Renfrow throws shade at Mr. Toozy for ghosting her and baby Kendall, especially when the little one has to go under the knife. Mr. Toozy's defense? That kid looks nothing like me, basically saying his no-show is because he's got major baby daddy doubts. It's like a soap opera where the baby's paternity is the big cliffhanger, and Mr. Toozy's playing the not my circus, not my monkey card. Drama's brewing, and it's not just about who forgot to take out the trash. What's next? Even more drama.
My son has a issue with his stomach. He was born with what you call Hirschberger's disease, and it's passed through genetics. And none of my other kids have it. I had sex with him, got pregnant, and my son had to have surgery at 6 days old. He had to have part of his intestine removed. But it can be passed through your mom, your dad. It could be down the road from anybody.
Well, what the hell did we just see? So now, Ms. Renfrow turns into a biology teacher, explaining that baby Kendall's got Hirschsprung's disease, which is like winning a weird genetic lottery. Nobody wants to win. She's pretty sure the unlucky ticket came from Mr. Toozy's side because nobody in her family had to play this game before. This whole science lesson isn't just for fun. It's super important for figuring out how to keep Kendall happy and healthy. It's like they're on a medical mystery tour, with DNA clues pointing to who might hold the map for navigating Kendall's health maze.
Renfrow, what has it been like for the past 6 months to have to raise this child without the man you say is his biological father and go through all of this medical, I mean, look, when you're having a medical issue, everybody knows the first thing they ask you is your family history. You're not able to give a lot of the information related to Mr. Toozy's side if in fact he is the child's biological father.
Because he ignores me.
Because he won't cooperate.
Ms. Renfrow's solo mom saga is like being a superhero with no sidekick, where diaper changes meet medical dramas. She's juggling bills and baby thermometers, all while Mr. Toozy plays hide and seek with responsibility. Imagine her life as a one-woman circus, trying to keep all the juggling balls in the air: baby, health, and money. It's less pour me and more pour me another coffee as she tackles each challenge with a mix of grit and mom magic.
Mr. Toozy are not the father.
Yes!
Oops.
Told you!
That is fine. I'm okay with that.
Do you know who is?
Yes, ma'am. If he wasn't the father, then yes, ma'am, I know.
Hold on. No.
You asked, I answered.
No, hold on. Because you done got on my nerves now. Because you got a smart mouth, but you're not smart enough to know when you're lying. Since all you can do is shrug your shoulders, stay silent. Because you were so dramatic about how Mr. Toozy had never done anything. Oh, and you cried, hold on. You cried yourself a river in this courtroom, baby. You sat up and wasted everybody else's time.
No, I didn't waste nobody's time.
No, yes, you did.
It's like the last episode of a drama-filled TV show where Judge Lake shocks everyone with a huge surprise. But hold on, because we've already seen it all. Money issues, tons of yelling, and a guy who's totally done with being in court.
Hey, let me tell you something. Your son deserves to know who his father is,
and
And listen, and your son need to have a mother that knows when to shut her mouth and her leg.
The case kicks off with Mr. Harvey stepping up to the plate, asking for his money back for baby goodies from Ms. Jett for a kiddo he swears on his vintage comic book collection isn't his. Ms. Jett, not missing a beat, throws a curveball back with a demand for a paternity test, insisting Mr. Harvey is the dad, and it's high time he stepped into those dad shoes. This lays down the gauntlet for their showdown, with paternity and diaper money at the heart of their squabble.
Mr. Harvey, you are asking the court to award you $496.52 for baby supplies you say the defendant, Ms. Jett, demanded for a child you adamantly deny is yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
After throwing baby goods and demands like confetti, let's rewind to when they first swiped right into disaster. The plot thickens as we learn Mr. Harvey and Ms. Jett's love story was more a sprint than a marathon. Having swiped right into each other's lives, shacked up, and then boom, baby on board. Their story gets as tangled as a pair of earphones in your pocket as they bicker over who did what and when, especially regarding their whirlwind romance and the surprise bun in the oven. This bit paints a picture of their relationship as a roller coaster that neither of them signed up for but rode anyway. Their romance was shorter than a goldfish's memory, and now we're sliding into the money mess.
After us having sex, she got pregnant.
Your Honor, that's a lie. In July, I started dating Harvey. Every day.
In with
yes,
him?
I did. And every day we had sex every day.
You got pregnant
Non-stop.
2 weeks.
I
You
didn't
got
find out till I was
So we had sex the first week I
it-
met you. Buy all this baby stuff.
I asked him,
And
okay.
I did not argue
It
with
takes
her.
9 months for
So
somebody
hold
to
on.
be pregnant.
So you meet each other, move in together, and get pregnant all within a month.
We then zoom in on Mr. Harvey's quest to get reimbursed for his baby shopping spree, armed with receipts and a PowerPoint presentation of his purchases versus Ms. Jett's wish list. Despite Mr. Harvey playing Santa, Ms. Jett argues his efforts were more Grinch-like, missing the mark on both timing and completeness. This chapter dives into the nitty-gritty of their financial tiffs and the Herculean task of proving Mr. Harvey's pre-baby splurges.
And then you demanded he bring you.
I was asking him months and months and months, can he get this, can he get that? He said, no, I'm not getting you
Your Honor,
anything until
I
the
have
baby
evidence.
is born.
I have evidence right here.
I'd
Your
like
Honor.
to see that evidence.
She wrote me on Facebook demanding
But how long
that
did it
I buy.
take you to
I
get
said,
her stuff?
okay, Your Honor, I have the receipt and it might be the date on there.
You need to make sure you bring me all of these things. 1, diapers. 2, baby wipes. 3, pacifiers. 4, bottles and a bottle scrubber. 8, a breast pump so I can feed her milk. And she need all this stuff before April. Bye.
Yes, I said that. Okay, but it took, Your Honor, it took him months. I asked him.
I bought it.
It took him months and months to buy this stuff. I've been asked him for this stuff.
A receipt, and I spent
That I
close
see-
to $500 on everything.
A pack and
diaper money is
play,
close to what you get.
a pump, bottle scrubber, bedtime wash, everything you named off.
Doubt creeps in for Mr. Harvey, fueled by the speed of Ms. Jett's pregnancy announcement and her social media escapades, including a suspicious tag of another dude in the baby's first photo op. Ms. Jett stands her ground, dismissing Mr. Harvey's conspiracy theories. Their spat shines a spotlight on the trust issues bubbling up and how a simple Facebook tag can turn into Exhibit A in the court of doubt.
And another thing is she had the
I
baby
didn't
and
start-
tagged the dude name in the picture when the baby was
Your
first
Honor.
born. I got evidence
Your
for
Honor.
that. Where she tagged another dude. Like, listen, if the baby mine, why didn't you tag me in the
Your
picture?
Honor.
She tagged another guy and say she doesn't know who the guy is. And my family had to tell me, oh, you know she tagged another dude name in the picture. Yes, and that right there where the arrow is, that's the dude name who she tagged in the picture.
Okay, and I actually wrote the dude and I say, hey, my daughter, dad thinks that you're her father because you tagged yourself in the picture. And he said, oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know what
Why
you trying to do.
Why would this guy, Miss Jett? Why would this
And you
guy?
don't know what you got.
He said that maybe it was an accident that he.
After the social media circus, it's time to see Mr. Harvey's attempt at playing Santa. The courtroom drama escalates as they dissect Mr. Harvey's post-baby financial aid, including a dramatic unveiling of a $100 money order that Ms. Jett claims wouldn't even cover the baby's gourmet formula. Despite Mr. Harvey's belief that he's been Father Christmas, Ms. Jett argues his financial contributions are more Scrooge than Saint, keeping the cash clash simmering on the stove. Okay, now we're about to jump into a family feud that's messier than a toddler's birthday party.
And a receipt for the money order. And that was $100. And then when she was pregnant, I went
So
shopping
you
for
say you gave her
about
cash
maternity.
multiple times, but you just have a receipt for one money order?
Yes, ma'am.
So what about the other times?
I never kept it.
And so he hasn't given you money multiple
No,
times.
he has not.
But he has given you this $100.
Yes, he has.
Okay, that's
He's
what I
not-
want to be
listen,
clear of.
Your Honor-
Jett, so I see you brought some evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, I did. Here's all the expenses that I've been taking care for of my daughter alone. He's suing me for $500 Her diapers is a little less than what he's suing me for.
As the saga continues, we're taken deeper into the rabbit hole of their crumbling fairy tale, with Mr. Harvey citing a scene straight out of a bad movie as his cue to ghost. Ms. Jett and her mom dish out their expectations of Mr. Harvey's daddy duties, while his aunt throws shade on the baby's paternity based on a family nose that apparently skipped a generation. This act brings the family into the fray, turning the paternity puzzle into a full-blown family feud.
Please explain to the court the knowledge you have.
He called me and told me that Shadasia was pregnant.
I didn't meet.
No, he hadn't met me, but you called me and told me my daughter is pregnant and how I shouldn't worry about you leaving. I did not know her. That and lie. You did call me.
I did not know. I did not know her until after the baby was. I just met Shadasia.
She didn't tell me. You told me.
I didn't say he was going to take care of it. That's
that
what he was.
It. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation.
And he promised you he was going to step up and be there for your daughter and for the baby?
Yeah, don't worry, you ain't got to worry about me leaving her. You said that.
The big moment comes when the paternity test results come in, like a rapper dropping the mic. Mr. Harvey is the kind of guy who's ready to show off all the crazy secrets he's been hiding. At this point, he's practically gone deaf from all the shouting. But wait a minute, let's see what the judge decides in the end.
Mr. Harvey, you are not her father.
It's fine, because I was in a relationship before I met him. I was in a relationship.
Ms. Jett, you so diplomatic now. Probably about 30 minutes of you taking this young man through the ringer. You went straight into politician mode. Yep, everything's gonna be okay. Shaking hands and kissing babies.
Oh, that's fine.
You weren't surprised.
Ms. England opens the case by explaining her relationship with Mr. Kaiser, stating they have a 3-year-old son together, and she is seeking to prove Mr. Kaiser is also the father of her 6-month-old son, Isaac, whom Mr. Kaiser denies. Mr. Kaiser counters by claiming that during a period of separation, Ms. England was involved with another man, and he is confident this man is Isaac's biological father. The stage is set for a conflict centered around paternity and the implications of their past actions on their current relationship.
Ms. England, you say that you and Mr. Kaiser have been together for 6 years, have a 3-year-old son together, but claim he's now denying your 6-month-old son Isaac, and you're here to prove that he is the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Say Isaac is not yours. You say that during your separation from Ms. England, she slept with another man, and you are 100% sure.
Ms. England admits to moving in with another man during their separation, but insists that Isaac was conceived when she and Mr. Kaiser reconciled and were together again. This revelation adds complexity to the paternity dispute, highlighting the tumultuous nature of their relationship and the impact of their separations and reconciliations. The tension escalates as they discuss the emotional and practical challenges of their situation, demonstrating the high stakes of the court's decision.
Stayed off for 3 months with this other man.
Did you move in with another man?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
So wait, you all in a relationship. I want to get the
Yes,
background.
ma'am. We were in a relationship for 4.5 years before we finally split, and I went with the other man.
And so during that time, you had one child.
During the split, Isaac was conceived.
All right, and so basically your relationship is completely on the brink. Like the stakes are high.
If it doesn't get solved today, it's over.
A crucial piece of evidence is presented when Ms. England details the timeline of her interactions with Mr. Kaiser and the other man, aiming to prove Mr. Kaiser's paternity based on conception dates and sexual activity. This moment is critical as it brings scientific and temporal evidence into the emotional and contentious debate, offering a potential path to resolving the paternity question. However, Mr. Kaiser remains skeptical, questioning the reliability of Ms. England's account and the exclusivity of her relationship with him during the conception window.
Sure.
Great, now we're back on track. Ryan, can I see that evidence, please?
Yes, ma'am.
On the 25th of March,
Yes.
you were intimate with the other guy.
Yes, ma'am. On the 28th, me and Mr. Kaiser, we got back together. I came back to where he was at with our children. I had sex with the other man before the conception window.
Were you sleeping with this other man unprotected?
No, ma'am.
So on the 5th, take a pregnancy test and it comes back negative.
Yes.
In your mind, you're saying, well, if I'm not pregnant on the 5th, I slept with this other guy on the 25th. If I'm not pregnant on the 5th, then it...
Expert testimony from Dr. McLaurin, a doctor of medical dentistry, is sought to shed light on the genetic traits of tongue tie and being born with teeth, which Ms. England claims indicate Mr. Kaiser's paternity. This introduces a scientific perspective on the likelihood of genetic traits being indicators of paternity, adding depth to the discussion and potentially swaying the court's decision. The experts' insights challenge both parties to consider the complexities of genetics and inheritance, further complicating the determination of Isaac's paternity.
Another genetic trait is that he was born with teeth. Usually babies don't develop teeth until later on.
Yes.
He was born.
He was born
And
with-
that's another medical condition.
About the
You should do your research.
I haven't heard about that being a genetic trait.
I appreciate the testimony, but I want to learn more about.
The wow moment comes when everyone sees Mr. Kaiser is actually a dude who's super into this kid. We're still hanging on whether he's the dad, but wow, that guy's got a heart of gold. It's like, no matter the DNA test results, he's all in on being the world's coolest unofficial uncle. Or is he the real father?
Mr. Kaiser, you are not the father.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kaiser.
You sure?
Are
you
I'm
sure?
so sorry. I am so sorry, but it is not a mistake. You are not baby Isaac's
But he
biological
can be his father. We've been through hell and back. 6 years. We've been homeless together. We've had to struggle to get where we are now.
Oh my, this one is truly like the judge strutting into the courtroom, as if it were the season premiere of Law & Order Family Drama Edition, offering a hearty hello to everyone present while introducing the juicy case of Lang versus Brown. Jerome, the world's most appreciated bailiff, receives a special shout-out, setting the scene for a paternity hullabaloo involving two families who probably wish they were anywhere else.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Lang versus Brown.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Mr. Lang, you and your mother.
Mr. Lang steps up, wearing his heart on his sleeve, fervently wishing for young Janelle to be his, despite the nagging voice in his head asking, but what if I'm just the cool uncle? This moment is like a soap opera cliffhanger, blending emotional turmoil with a glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, daytime TV dramas don't have a monopoly on twisted family plots.
Your little daughter, Janelle. Now, although you have serious doubt, Mr. Lang, you want nothing more than for this child to be yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
In a movie straight out of a telenovela, Ms. Lang throws down the gauntlet, accusing Mrs. Brown of a scandalous rendezvous with her son's BFF. This spicy accusation cranks up the drama to 11, while Ms. Brown's denial adds fuel to the fire, making everyone wish they had popcorn for this unfolding soap opera.
Because I found out that Miss Brown slept with my son's best friend, from the sandbox best friend. I don't think she knows whether it's my son's or Mr. Dixon's.
Ms. Brown reminisces about Mr. Lang's roller coaster of emotions from baby news excitement to wait, am I the dad? Panic. This segment reveals the messy, heartwarming, and sometimes comedic reality of dealing with unexpected news, complete with Mr. Dixon entering stage left as a surprise, potential dad, thickening the plot, and possibly confusing the family tree.
He was happy to have a baby.
Yes, he
I wasn't sure about keeping a baby. I just started college. He begged me to keep the baby.
And so, Mr. Lang, when you found out she was pregnant, you were happy about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have any doubts at that time?
Not at that time, no, I didn't.
And what made you start to have doubts?
The scene where Miss Lang and Mr. Lang become amateur geneticists, scrutinizing the baby's hairline for clues to paternity, could easily be a sketch on a comedy show. Their earnest detective work in the quest for a family resemblance is both touching and slightly hilarious as they ponder whether the baby's forehead is the Rosetta Stone to solving this family mystery.
It's your baby, woo, 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 and all that. And then he pulled the hat off. He said, Mama, what's up with this hairline?
That is his daddy hairline. Stop playing.
Girl, please. That's what I said too. That's what I said too. But his daddy is 51 years old.
Ms. Brown sheds light on the visitation drama, which feels like a subplot in a sitcom about the world's most awkward family reunions. The tension highlights the real impact of the paternity dispute on everyone involved, with social media playing the role of the nosy neighbor who can't help but stir the pot.
You wouldn't let me?
Why every time I text him and say, come get used to her, because when you come and get her, she screams and cries like she don't know you, like she's screaming bloody murder. I text him. I don't text you.
Dramatic.
Ooh,
Bloody murder.
I have Facebook messages.
Murder.
Every time me and him would have an argument about him cheating, his mother would get into it.
The DNA test is back, and it's like the big shock in the last episode of a TV show. Mr. Lang won't be hanging around in those nasty places anymore. Think of him having tea with the family? Nope, he's like, no thanks, I'm leaving. But here's the kicker. Is Mr. Lang actually the dad, or is he about to be the ex-uncle of the family?
Mr. Lang, you are not the father.
Are you serious?
Ma'am, we don't have that kind of language in this world.
I swear that's a lie.
The DNA doesn't lie.
God, baby. Oh.
The DNA doesn't lie.
Oh no.